So the TC has come a long way, and it's crazy to think that I had a pretty major part in helping with it. Maybe, I mean, obviously not as major as AFA Doomer and his work. I'm not even going to try and put myself above him. But I feel like if it wasn't for me, there would be all sorts of little things that would have gone astray. Because I mean, I can be a stickler for accuracy if I really want to. A stickler for accuracy, if you will, because I aim. But when it comes right down to it, if I want something to be just like something else, I mean, I can pinpoint all the little things if need be. And oh my god, fucking conga line of mutants there. Good lord. Alright, I need to go back and get health. The semi-remake of this in 6 Trilogy was like terrifying. Just gonna be on the lookout for them. The fact that you can kind of look around corners a little bit definitely does help, but it isn't perfect. Because sometimes you'll try it and then they'll still see you, and then they'll just blast your freaking face off. You get fucking blasted point blank. But yeah, it's definitely helpful. Like you see right there, he didn't see me. Yeah, there was no way. Let's try again. But when it comes right down to it, I can make something really feel like something else if need be. I mean, I had some preliminary experience with editing certain things in ZDoom, so I mean, even when it came to certain like little coding things, I helped. Again, nowhere near as major as AFA Doom or even some of the other people, but you know, I think if I hadn't come along, certain things would have just been kind of lost in translation. Now, it's been a long time since I've done any real major work in terms of either testing or editing to the TC. So it's probably it probably has a decent bit of inaccuracies at this point, but I'm gonna let them slide because, you know, I think my time with that thing is over with. Especially now that ECWolf is a thing, it's kind of superseded the TC. I mean, the TC still has its place, of course, but it just feels a little redundant now because we have what is essentially ZDoom for Wolfenstein, when the TC was, well, the TC was literally Wolfenstein on ZDoom. This is more like what ZDoom is for Wolfenstein itself, if that makes any sense. Okay, I really hate this. Yeah, see, there was no way I was going to be able to react fast enough to that. Sometimes it's really just down to luck. You kind of have to save after every encounter and hope that it all works out. Because putting mutants in narrow spaces is a bit of a dick move, because if you turn a corner and there's one there and you don't react within that like split second that you have to react, you're going to get shot and lose a chunk of your health. And I mean, the improved mouse control does help, of course. I mean, if someone sneaks up behind you, it's easier to take them out. But it's not a catch-all, you know? Like, if there's a mutant over there, around that corner, either one of these corners, I'm gonna get shot. I have to try and lead them out, and that's not always easy because, I have to know which way they're facing, for one. And I have to know, you know, is he gonna react immediately or is he gonna give me a chance to shoot first? Very annoying. I mean, I didn't do this much lamenting when I was playing through 6 Trilogy, but I think I got away kind of easy with that one. Not to mention I was playing on an easier difficulty. That makes a lot of difference because it reduces the damage by quite a bit there, to the point where getting like half your health taken off is less likely. So I would say the TC is worth checking out just to see the kind of technological progress that ZDoom has made, to the point where you can recreate a whole nother game in it, and it's basically a seamless recreation. But I wouldn't really recommend it for playing Wolfenstein unless you're just interested in seeing how far the rabbit hole goes in terms of, you know, the technology and all the quirks behind it. As far as playing Wolfenstein goes, I can't recommend ECWolf enough because of all the improvements it brought, while still remaining almost basically 100% vanilla feel. I mean, there's no like new physics or any other bells and whistles aside from things like better mouse control and things that really should have been in Wolfenstein to begin with, but weren't for some reason. Just trying to get all these mutants out. Alright, I just had to take some preliminary shots there because it's not like I could have known if there was going to be any. Is the map going to work for me? Ah, there we go. The map's working again. I just need to think of where I need to go at this point. Oh, I see. There's a couple doors I didn't go to up there. Alright. This would be really embarrassing to get lost, but not exactly a huge surprise, I guess. Oh my god. I heard that. Well, there's where the key is. Get a little closer. Get a little closer. I think some people have tried to make mods for the TC, but with varying levels of success. I think someone actually tried to recreate Spear Resurrection using the mod, and you know, it's a valiant effort for sure, but I don't know if it's really worth it. I think it'd be better to try and recreate it for ECWolf, but unfortunately ECWolf has some limitations as of right now, in which that's not really possible to recreate that. Because ECWolf can do basically anything that Vanilla Wolf can do, but it can't do certain things that, like, because a lot of mods for Wolfenstein 3D, the more advanced mods just alter the source code directly to put in these new special effects and whatnot, and that's all fine and dandy, but ECWolf can't really recreate a lot of those. I mean, it's being worked on. I mean, ECWolf is continually being worked on to the point where it can support these things, and there have been a lot of things that have been added since ECWolf first started, but certain things are still missing, so some more advanced mods can't fully be recreated yet. But I hope down the line they will be able to, because this would be the definitive way to play them for sure. Now, there is Wolf for SDL, which some mods have been converted to. It's basically just kind of like what, it's basically just taking the DOS version of the game and making it Windows compatible and adding a few fixes here and there. It's nothing really spectacular, but it's a better way to play. Back when ECWolf wasn't as much of a thing, it was kind of the way to play if you didn't want to use DOS, but now that ECWolf is a thing, I don't really recommend it that much. Okay, no. Yeah, when it comes to stupid shit like that, I oftentimes won't let it fly because I'm just like, you know what, that was cheap. I really hate when that happens, when I get shot before I can really react properly and I lose like a bunch of health. Because I went from 100 down to 38, so that means I did 62 damage, which isn't even max damage. But I digress. That's what happens, man. Okay, get that health. We're almost out of here, thank God. Almost done.